Some other side effects that can happen as a consequence of having high blood sugar from our diet and our lifestyle, which may lead to high insulin levels and insulin resistance, is liver fat. Now, as a certified trichologist, again, I counsel a lot of my clients who deal with liver fat. Liver fat occurs when we're eating too much sugar, too many large portions, which ultimately, if our body can't make use of it, what happens? The body is going to store it as fat. But not just any fat. That fat is stored in the liver. So when we're eating large portions of food that we don't need that extra large fry. We don't need that extra chicken nugget. We don't need that extra large soda and that soft drink. We can have water. We can skip the fries. We can skip the bread and wrap our chicken sandwich in a handful of lettuce. There are some things that we can do. It may not taste as good, but it'll protect your body. But that excess fat from the foods that are broken down into sugar, sometimes it's stored as subcutaneous tissue fat. Sometimes it's adipose fat. Sometimes it's visceral fat. But no, this is good old liver fat. And what happens with liver fat? Your liver is essentially inflamed. It's swollen. It's itchy. Liver fat is a swollen, fatty liver from too much sugar. So these are just some of the effects. As a certified trichologist, I'm most concerned with how your scalp is doing and how your body is affected by too much sugar. Insulin, before I continue, is a hormone. So when you're having problems on the top of your head from front to back, this is the dreaded hormonal zone. When you arrive here at SBO Hair Loss in Pleasantville, New Jersey for your appointment, I am subsequently evaluating your nutrition because I'm a certified fitness and nutrition specialist as well as a certified trichologist. I am going to analyze your diet and pick it apart so I can share with you this is the cause of why you're in this position because of what it is that you're eating. When I see alcoholic drinks, soft drinks, a lot of prepared foods, sauces, spaghettis, jellies, jams, foods with a lot of sugar, a lot of salt, a lot of processing, I know most of my clients, in addition to their stress, in addition to any other hormonal issues that they may have going on, it is accelerated by their insulin and their insulin resistance. So another thing that happens, a side effect, which has nothing to do with hair and hair loss issues, is extended amounts of insulin and insulin resistance over time can cause you to become very loopy, very forgetful. And if you don't know it or not, insulin resistance is tightly tied to diabetes type 3, dementia, and Alzheimer's. So they're calling dementia and Alzheimer's diabetes type 3. And what is it? Insulin and insulin resistance, high blood sugar issues. So I hope this video helps make sense to you so that you can get some of that under control. Next is the metabolic component of what happens when you're dealing with too much insulin, too high levels of insulin, blood sugar, insulin, and then it knocks it back down. And what's left? Floating insulin. And you eat again, your insulin's back up again. Where does it go? Stuck in our adipose, our subcutaneous tissue, and our body. It's stored here. But over time, it can cause us to have higher than normal cholesterol levels. It can also cause issues with you metabolizing fat. It can cause your blood and your fat levels to get acidic and wind up causing you gallstones. Gallstones and kidney stones are some of the most painful things next to pregnancy and delivering a baby in the human spectrum and in the world. If you've ever passed a gallstone or a kidney stone, I hope you change your diet because they will come back. That is a key signal to let you know you need to change your diet and your lifestyle. But having extended periods of high levels of insulin and insulin resistance, it will subsequently cause your cholesterol levels to rise. It will cause your vitamin D to not process effectively because all of this is manufactured and metabolized in the liver. The liver will have a tough time detoxifying your body. It will not be able to detoxify the hormones. So those hormones are free floating. They're not able to be detoxified, causing you more issues with hormonal disturbances on the top of your head. So you have to watch what it is that you're eating and what it is that you're consuming because it will cause issues for your hair and scalp on the top of your head. So often when clients say to me, when they haven't met me, they reach my website and they say they want an appointment with me. And then they'll throw in, because they don't understand the value in what it is that we do, they'll say, well, what are your qualifications and what makes you different from a dermatologist? First of all, I am not. I am a cosmetologist of over 40 years. I've had my cosmetology license since 1987. I have been in the cosmetology and in the beauty space since I was in high school. I started my cosmetology program in 1985. I know a lot about skin, the scalp, and hair. I am also a cosmetology educator, a licensed cosmetologist, a salon owner. I am a certified trichologist and a functional medical practitioner, and also a certified fitness and nutrition expert. So a lot of what I bring to the table is life experience and knowledge of how all of the total body experience from all of the 11 body systems, how it relates to your hair and scalp. So lastly, another consequence of having high amounts of blood sugar in the body is how it affects the kidneys. The kidneys can cause sugars to back up into the kidneys. They will cause crystals, and those crystals will circulate, land in your kidneys, and they will circulate through your body in your joints, causing painful joints all over your body. And it can also lodge in your feet and your toes, causing gout. So when I told you that story about how my toes and my ankles felt earlier in this presentation, it's because I was dealing with the effects of insulin resistance. I had long since had problems with tendinitis, problems with arthritis in my hands, but because I didn't know, and it was earlier in my trichology experience, I had no idea I was suffering the effects of insulin resistance. The eye pain, the painful joints, the painful toes, all from insulin resistance. So it can cause the renal tubes to become inflamed. They'll back up from all of the sugars. They'll hold those crystals in the kidneys. Those kidneys can release those crystals all throughout the body and get lodged in the feet and the toes. So although this was a presentation about how it affects the hair and scalp, this was really about how insulin, blood sugar, insulin resistance affects the entire body. When you're having a challenge with your hair and scalp and you're ready to change your diet, change your lifestyle, and change the way you do things so that you can promote better scalp, better hair growth, reach out to me at hairlosscenternj.com. If you are ready, click the 15-minute button, schedule a free consultation so I can talk with you about your experience and what it is that you would like to do moving forward. If you're not interested in restoration, getting healthier, and regrowing your hair, maybe now is not the right time for you to reach out. Because what it is that I do as I serve the community, it's in a much larger capacity. It is not for the faint of heart, because once you start working with me, by the time you reach me, you're having some serious issues, and we need to help put a lot of things into perspective. What we do is not what a dermatologist does. Dermatologist work is a little bit different in their skill level. What we do is from a holistic perspective. We do not use Western medicine devices, scanning services. What we do is completely different. If you want to find out how we can serve your needs and give you the before and afters that you're looking for, visit us, hairlosscenternj.com, and visit the certified trichologist at SBO Hair Loss in Pleasantville, New Jersey.